When we think of great NASCAR road course racers, we think of Jeff Gordon, maybe Tony Stewart, Ricky Rudd, Rusty Wallace, or maybe some of the ringers like Marcos Ambrose or Juan Pablo Montoya, who makes his first NASCAR start in 10 years this weekend. But I would argue that the current NASCAR Cup Series field is the best all-around group of road course racers this sport has ever seen. With new road courses added to the schedule nearly every year, now 2 of them in the playoffs, they've become too important to ignore. Teams pour more resources into these types of tracks. Drivers spend more time in the sim. They go test. One of the reasons Hendrick was so excited about Garage 56. Today, on a new segment I am calling the E-Step Ladder. Every sports show has to have fun names for things. I'm doing my best to keep up. I will be ranking the 10 best road course racers in NASCAR right now. There are a few drivers who weren't quite able to reach that first rung. Ty Gibbs, 3 top 5 finishes in his young road course career. I just need to see a larger sample size before he starts to climb this ladder. At the opposite end of the spectrum then is veteran Martin Truex Jr., a 4-time Sonoma winner. Unfortunately, his road course numbers plummeted when the next gen car was introduced, though some of that can be chalked up to Toyota's 2022 struggles. He did win yet another race at Sonoma just last season, but the consistency hasn't been there for him to reach this first rung. Let's start at the low level. Just inside my top 10, I have Alex Bowman. Alex Bowman has the 6th best average finish of all drivers at road courses in the next gen era. Now that's excluding Chicago. Chicago has such a unique layout, unique weather conditions both years. Both races have been shortened due to weather. The data from those races can be misleading, although Alex Bowman does have a Chicago street race win on his resume. Bold strategy or not, that is worth mentioning. Bowman routinely runs top 5, top 10 at Circuit of the Americas, Charlotte Roval. He's never finished outside the top 10 at the Roval. Alex Bowman just makes the cut, as does Christopher Bell, who actually got his first career Cup Series win at a road course, Daytona, in 2021. Again, excluding Chicago, Bell is top 5 in average running position and top 5 in average finish at road courses since 2022. He also has that clutch Charlotte Roval win in 2022, although timely cautions and strategy certainly worked in his favor. Hendrick, Gibbs, how about another Hendrick driver, William Byron? He's come on strong the past couple of years. In fact, this season he has a win at Circuit of the Americas. He's the most recent Watkins Glen winner, looking to defend his title this weekend. Byron dominated in both of those wins. Fun fact, he led 0 laps on road courses in 2022, but since the start of 2023, Willie B has led 136 laps. So he's come on really strong the past year and a half, so he could easily move up this ladder if he continues at that rate. This whole bottom rung is dedicated really to talented young drivers who happen to drive for really strong teams. When you drive for Hendrick, for Gibbs, the expectations are high. I have Kyle Larson on this bottom rung as well. He's a great road course racer, but when you have Cliff Daniels, a Hendrick pit crew, Hendrick equipment, expectations are that you should win. To Larson's credit, he has done that. He has 2 road course wins in the next gen era. He won 3 road course races the year before in 2021. He's won the Rolex 24. Is there anything Kyle Larson can't do? He is a very, very good road course racer, but I'm putting him in this rung with Bell, Bowman, Byron, because all 4 of these drivers drive for 2 of the best teams in the sport. The results are very impressive, but for the most part, they should be. The next rung on the ladder is dominated by dark horses, beginning with Chris Buescher. The RFK driver has been extremely consistent, has a 7.8 average finish on all road courses besides Chicago since the start of 2022. That is by far the best in the Cup Series. But he's still looking for that first win. Believe me, it is coming. His racecraft is unbelievable. Buescher has only 1 top 10 start in the past 8 road course races, but he's finished in the top 10 in 7 of those 8 races. So get this, he has the 18th best average starting position at road courses, but the best average finish. That's a lot of ground he is forced to make up every single race, and it's working for him. One of these days he is going to get that win. Shoot, it could be this weekend at Watkins Glen. I wouldn't rule it out. Next to him in this middle rung is Michael McDowell, Front Row Motorsports. We all remember him winning the Indianapolis road course race last summer. In the 13 non-Chicago next-gen road races, he has 8 top 10 finishes. Road racing is in Michael McDowell's DNA. He grew up racing go-karts, open wheel, eventually transitioned to sports cars. He's not driving the best Cup Series equipment, yet the results consistently stand out. I consider Michael McDowell a top 5 road course racer in NASCAR currently, and next to both McDowell and Buescher on this rung is AJ Allmendinger. McDowell has 8, Allmendinger has 9 top 10 finishes in the 13 non-Chicago next-gen road races. He won at the Roval last fall. That was his 3rd career Cup Series road course victory. Another driver who's rarely in top equipment, but gets the most out of what he has. When AJ has been in top 10 equipment in the Xfinity Series, he's racked up, by my count, 11 career road course victories. Whew, yes, AJ Allmendinger, undoubtedly a top 5 road course racer in NASCAR right now. So let's move up one more rung. Gather round, kids. Once upon a time, not long ago, Chase Elliott won 4 straight road course races. He won 5 out of 6 road races, 6 out of 8, 7 out of 11. But that was a different time. Chase Elliott still does not have a road course win in the next-gen car, but that doesn't tell the full story. Over the past 3 seasons, excluding Chicago, Chase Elliott still has the 3rd best average finish at road courses in the Cup Series. He has the 2nd best average starting position, and Elliott has the best average running position at road courses in this car. He's led laps in the vast majority of road course races. People think he's fallen off because he hasn't hoisted a trophy in a while. But let's be honest, Chase Elliott set the bar impossibly high. The underlying data that I just shared with you shows he is still one of the best road course racers in the NASCAR Cup Series. Obviously, he's not on top of the ladder, so he has lost his road course crown for the time being, but he's more than capable of challenging anyone, any day. Sitting next to Chase Elliott, you know how there are some musicians who are classically trained? You know, they may not top the charts every week, but everyone respects their talent and ability. Shane Van Gisbergen is the best classically trained road course racer in NASCAR. But he is still new to stock car racing, which is why I can't quite put him at number 1. Sure, SVG has been the fastest at both Chicago street course races. He won in 2023. But that, again, is such a unique course, unique weather conditions. We saw at Circuit of the Americas this spring, SVG was okay, but didn't look special. He drove that same Colleague 16 with the same crew chief at both COTA and Chicago, but looked completely different in both events. 3 straight road course wins in the Xfinity Series proves he is great and a very fast learner, but I need to see a larger sample size of traditional Cup Series road course races before I'm ready to crown SVG the best, most formidable road course racer in NASCAR today. I have him in the number 2 slot. At the very top of the E-Step ladder is Tyler Reddick, and this was an extremely easy choice. He has the most road course next-gen wins of anyone, 3, and he's done that with 2 different teams, RCR in 2311, Chevy, Toyota. Look at his last 6 road course results, and this includes Chicago. 2nd, 8th, 5th, 6th, 8th, 4th. Reddick especially shines on Saturdays. He has a ridiculous 3.2 average starting position across all 15 next-gen road races, including Chicago. In 15 races, he's qualified top 5 or better in 14 of them. That's insane. If we exclude Chicago, Reddick is top 3 in average start, top 3 in average running position, top 3 in average finish. In the next-gen era, he has taken to this car beautifully. Numbers don't always tell the full story, but I can't help but gawk at some of these recent results. Tyler Reddick is atop the ladder. He is the best road course racer in the NASCAR Cup Series right now. that 45 team is extremely formidable. Let me know if you agree, disagree down in the comment section below. Let me know if you enjoyed this format of video. I'm thinking of doing the occasional E-step ladder on different topics, different categories from time to time. Not necessarily every week, but when it calls for it. Let me know what you think, and if you think I should change anything going forward. That'll do it for this episode. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more NASCAR content, commentary, news, rumors, race recaps, and so much more. And a big thank you to my Patreon supporters. Have a great weekend, y'all. I will see you after the Watkins Glen Cup race Sunday night. Take care, y'all.